Hello YouTube. Hey guys, want to come to you with this video today to go through a PSA order that I had submitted a few months ago. I just got it back, so I wanted to give you my predictions as I go through each card and what they actually got. It's not a very big order here. It's 9 cards, so it shouldn't take me very long. So let's get started. I was pretty happy with this order. My predictions were pretty accurate on most cards, so let's jump in. First up, I had a 1949 Bowman Pee Wee Reese that I had purchased off of eBay. Looked really good. When I got it home, I noticed that it had a small crease in the corner. So when I submitted this one, I was hoping for a 3, but I thought it would grade at a 2, and it came back as a PSA 2. Not too upset about this card. This one's for my PC, so it will be just fine. But the card itself is actually a really nice card. Good coloring, decent centering. If you can see in this lower corner by his mitt, there is a crease. I don't know if I can pick it up on the camera here. Right there, if you can see it. It's a very small crease, but I think that's what killed the grade. This card is actually a very good looking card and was extremely happy that it came back. It looks great in the slab, so that will go in the cabinet looking good moving forward. Next up, I had a 1954 Topps Jackie Robinson that I had predicted would get a 3 and hoped for a 4. This might have been the biggest disappointment of the whole lot. This 1954 Topps Jackie Robinson came in a PSA 2. This one I'm a little confused about. It does have some wear. That's why I picked the lower grade right off the bat, but I didn't expect it to. Looking online at some that had sold recently, I really thought this would get at least a 3. But it is what it is, and it's going to be in the collection. You can see that there's a few marks on his face here. That was the biggest thing that worried me with the corner wear. And there's some discoloring on the edges there on a few marks. But anyways, a PSA 2 on that Jackie Robinson. Either way, it looks good in the slab and will look good in the display. This one kind of surprised me. In 1955 Topps Ted Williams. This one I purchased off eBay as well. Got this card for a very low price due to the wear and just some of the issues that were on the card. When I submitted this card, I thought it would get a 1 and hoped for a 2, but it actually came back a 3. So 1955 Ted Williams Topps PSA 3. This card actually, like I said, surprised me. You can see the wear on the corners, has a little print dot at the bottom, but the picture quality on it was really good, so there was a hopeful side of me that it would get a higher grade, and it did. So definitely happy with that. That is my first Ted Williams card in my collection, as well as the Pee Wee Reese and Jackie Robinson. Those are all 3 firsts for me, so was very happy with those results. Next up, 1959 Topps Roger Maris Grayback. This one, when I submitted it, I thought it would get a 4, hoped for a 5, and it actually got a 6. So I was very happy about this card. This one I purchased at a card show, a local card show, and I was thrown off with the centering, but if you can see, the corners on this card are sharp. I mean, and the quality of picture, it wouldn't have surprised me if this card would have got a 7 even. I knew the centering was going to be the biggest issue. This card is in such great shape. I bet you could almost convince somebody you pulled this out of a modern archives pack. But with that said, a PSA 6. Very happy with the Roger Maris. Moving on. Next up after that, we had a 1968 Topps Willie Mays. I predicted this card would get a 4 and hoped for a 5. Got it back here, and it got a PSA 5. Very happy with that. 1968 Topps Willie Mays. The big thing on this card was centering. It does have one corner. On these 68s, it's very difficult. This corner here is a little soft on that top part. Sorry for the glare, guys. But these cards, like I said, anything 50s and 60s centering is the battle. This one I picked up at the show along with the Roger Maris from the same seller. It was in just great shape. All his cards were in great shape, but most of them did suffer major centering issues. Outside of that, like I said, this is a beautiful card, great color, no surface issues. So a PSA 5, I'm very happy with that. Next up after that, I have two cards I submitted here that were the same card. I have a 1982 Topps Orioles Future Stars Bonner, Ripken, and Schneider multiplayer rookie cards. I purchased these off of eBay, and there was two cards basically for the price of one raw. When I purchased them, I'd had the hopes of submitting them, and one, I thought, after looking at it closely when I got it, would get an 8, and the other one a 9, and that's exactly what happened. So the first one is the 1982 Topps Orioles Future Stars Bonner, Ripken, Schneider, and a near mint 8. This one, everything was great on it, had two major issues. If you can see the photos being a little off of the lines for the boxes that they're supposed to be in. And then, I don't know if you can see it, there's a print dot on the L. So I knew those were gonna be the big hits on it. Outside of that, the centering looked really good. It was a little off top to bottom, but I thought it would do well. So I definitely predicted an 8 and had hoped for an 8 with this one. It wouldn't have surprised me if it would have came back a little lower, but I'm very happy with this card coming in an 8. So that's the first one. The second one I got here came back in a 9. So I will probably be putting one of these on eBay to make up for the cost of getting them graded. So they worked out, came back as planned, and I'm very happy with this. Everybody wants the 10s, I know that, but the price point of the 10s, a little out of my ballpark, so I am definitely very happy with the 9s. Next up is a 1997 Bowman's Best Kerry Wood foil back. This card was one that I had several raw of, looked to purchase it in a PSA 10 for a couple months, could not find it, so I thought, what the heck, I'd give it a shot, send mine in and see, you know, the best one I had if I could get a 10. So I sent it in, and unfortunately it did not get a 10, it got a 9. But with being a more modern card with these chrome backs, it is difficult. I'm still very happy with that. This card's not a big dollar card by any means, but anybody who watches my channel knows I'm a major Cubs collector. And on top of that, I have Cubs display cases for their rookie cards. So I needed a Kerry Wood to put in a display, and this was the nicest one I owned. And it only got a 9, so I don't know if that's saying much for my Cubs collection, but that was a good try. The very last card I sent in here was a 2015 Topps Chrome Javier Baez rookie card. This one I purchased at a show. I got it for $1. When I got it home, pulled it out, looked at it, it was in great shape. Really looked good, so I thought, what the heck, let's submit it. These cards go for between 40 and 50 bucks on eBay. So I thought it would be worth a shot, and it came back and worked out in my favor. So I got a PSA 10 Topps Chrome 2015 Topps Chrome Javier Baez rookie. And this one is going in the rookie display case, so I'm very happy about that. Overall, it was a pretty great submission. I'm very happy with all of the results. My predictions were pretty dead on for the most part. Only had a few misses. And the misses that I did have weren't too out of whack. I didn't have, on any of my vintage cards, have any real crazy high hopes. So the fact that they all hit dead on or even came in a grade or two higher pleases me beyond no other. So just wanted to share those with you guys. And if you're curious of what my original predictions were, you can watch my very first video I ever uploaded. And at the very end of that video, my conclusion, I let out my PSA predictions. I'd submitted them the day before that video. It took a little over 60 days to send and get back, and got them all last night and wanted to share them with you guys today. So if you like the video, please like, subscribe. If you have anything you want to add, questions, anything, just leave a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I appreciate it, guys, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.